Pingüinos me la van a mascar. Kawasaki. Cago. Crico. Y stripper.
Hello everyone, welcome to our podcast. Today we are talking about something exciting. What's more important, learning in school like math and science or joining school clubs and teams like sport and the student council? I am Ais and with me my friends Fitri, Abiyyu and Akmala. Let's start. Fitri, what do you think?
Thank you, Ais. I think being in school club or team is super important. When you're part of a club or team, like a sport, team, or drama club, you learn to work with friends, share ideas, and help each other. For example, in sport, you need to pass the ball and trust your teammates. And in drama club, you have to work together to put on a play. This thing touch us how to be part of a team, and it is a lot fun too.
Wow, working in team sounds really exciting. But what about learning things in school, like reading and math? Akmala, what do you think?
Well, I think learning in school is really important. When we learn things like reading, math, or science, we get smarter and can understand the world better. For example, math helps us count and solve puzzles, and reading lets us understand stories and ideas. And if we didn't learn in school, it might be hard to join in a team, because sometimes you need to know certain things to be part of club.
Maybe both are important, but in different ways. In school, we learn about things like animals, the planet, or how to read a map, and that's really helpful. But in clubs, we get to practice working with people and using what we've learned in real life. So maybe schools helps us know things, and clubs help us work with friends to do cool things together.
Wow, that's interesting. Fitri, do you think joining clubs and teams could be more important than school learning sometimes?
Sometimes, yes. Like if you're part of a team, you learn how to listen to others, make decisions together, and even solve problems. These are things that may not be taught in regular classes, but we learn them by being in team. For example, in student council, we may plan a party or think of ways to make the school better. We learn to share ideas and work together to make some things happen. Those skills are really useful.
That's a good example. It sounds like being a team helps you practice working with the other people. But what about you, Amala? Do you think that learning in school is important for being in a club too?
Yeah, I think it's important. For example, if you are in a science club, you might need to know some science to understand the experiments. Or if you are in a debate team, you need to know how to talk and explain your idea clearly. School learning gives us the tools to do well in our clubs. It's like learning the rules of a game before you play it. Knowing things from school can help us do better in the clubs.
That makes sense. So, school helps us understand things and being in clubs helps us use what we know. Abiyyu, can you think of another example where both are needed?
Sure, think of it like baking cookies. In school, we make learn about measuring or reading a recipe. That's the learning part. But then, if you're in a cooking clubs, you get to make cookies with friends. You are what you learn about measuring, but you also work together, maybe sharing ingredients or taking turns. Learning helps us understand the steps, and being in a club makes it fun and teaches us teamwork.
Oh, I love that example. So, learning is like the ingredients and teamwork. It's like mixing everything together. Both are needed to make something good. But I have a question for you all. Do you think there's one that's more important than the other? Or are they equally important?
Well, I still think clubs are super important. You can learn so many things by being with others and help each other out. Club teach us to be leaders and teammates, which are things we'll need as we grow up.
I think learning school is super important too. Knowing things help us feel confident and it prepares us to do things in clubs or even at home. Without learning, it will be hard to understand what we are doing.
I agree with both of you. I think we need the both. Learning helps us understand and know things, while being in clubs helps us use that knowledge to do fun activities with friends. They work together like peanuts, butter, and jelly.
Well, it sounds like both are important to their own ways. School learning makes us smart and gives us knowledge, and clubs help us to work with the other and use that knowledge to do great things. This has been such a fast chat. Thank you, everyone, for saying your ideas. And to our listener, what do you think? Do you like learning new things in class, or do you like being part of the school clubs and teams? Let's all know. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. Bye!